Hey, what's up guys? It's Charlie Rankings. And today we have the 20 hardest Naruto questions. Only true fans can answer all of them right. Comment down the answer or the question you choose. So, let's start our questions. Question 1. Who is the first Sage user in Naruto history? Answer: Hagoromo is the first person who uses Sage Mode from Earth. Question 2. What is the Eight Tails' real name? Answer: Gyuki. Question 3. How long does it take a Leaf Village ninja to reach the Sand Village? Answer: It takes 3 days to reach Sand Village. Question 4. Who killed Neji Hyuga? Answer: Obito was the one who killed him. Question 5. Who does Kakashi not kill? Answer: Zabuza was the luckiest one Kakashi didn't kill. Question 6. What is the name of Zabuza's sword? Answer: It's Kubikirbocho. Question 7. Who has the original curse mark? Answer: Jugo has the original curse mark. Question 8. Who was the strongest Kazekage of the Sand Village? Answer: Third Kazekage was the strongest Kazekage in Shippuden. Question 9. Who uses 8 gates first? Answer: Might Doi was the one who used 8 gates first. Question 10. How many Sharingan does Danzo have in total? Answer: Danzo had a total of 11 Sharingans, 10 in his arm, and 1 which he stole from Shisui. Question 11. Who is she in the picture? Answer: She is Bawako Saratobi, the wife of Hiruzen. Question 12. Who was committed to take out the Uchiha clan? Answer: Shisui Uchiha was the one, but Itachi and Obito murdered them. Question 13. Who summoned Gedo Mazo for the very first time? Answer: Old Madara Uchiha was the first person who summoned Gedo Mazo for the first time. Question 14. Who did Rin have a crush on, Obito or Kakashi? Answer: Rin had a crush on Kakashi, but she loved Obito. Question 15. What is Minato's famous nickname? Answer: His nickname is the Yellow Flash. Question 16. What is Kakashi Obito Mangekyu ability? Answer: Kamui. Question 17. Who is Hashirama's father? Answer: Butsuma Senju is his father. Question 18. Who is the oldest human in Boruto? Answer: Onaki is the oldest person in Boruto. Question 19. Who is the creator of Akatsuki? Answer: Yahiko is the creator of the Akatsuki Foundation in Shippuden. Question 20. How many times does Naruto use the Nine Tails power in Part 1 of the Naruto? Answer: He used it 7 times in Part 1. First time against Haku, second time against Orochimaru in Chunin exams, third time to summon Gamabunta while training with Jiraiya, fourth time against Neji in the finals of Chunin exams, fifth time against Gaara and Shukaku, sixth time against Kimimaro, and finally seventh time against Sasuke Uchiha in the final fight of the Valley of the End. So, all of the questions are finished now. It's result time. If you answered all 20 questions right, you are a true Naruto fan, and you are at Hokage level. And if you answered some questions, you are from one of the levels shown on the screen. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you want more videos like this, then comment down below, and like and share and subscribe for more videos. Watch these other videos as well. So see you soon in my next videos. Goodbye for now.